My name is Adeye Mokende, and today I'll be talking on 10 reasons why business fail. So don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Number 1, poor understanding of market needs. Imagine you're establishing a generator business in an environment where there is constant supply of electricity. Obviously, such a business will not grow. Why? Because business is all about providing solutions to things. And that is why if you cannot provide solutions to the community, or if you cannot provide solutions to your customers out there, then don't expect your business to be patronized. Reason number 2, starting a business with the wrong mindset. A lot of people actually start their business with a very wrong mindset. I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs that will tell you, once I start my business, in the next 1 year, I'll become a millionaire. In the next 2 years, I'll be very, very rich. And that is the reason why so many business fails. Because one thing you should understand is, if you are an employee before going into a business, in fact, you don't understand what it takes for you to own a business. Because what you do as an employee is far lesser than what you would do when you have a business of your own. As an employee, if you're working 5 to 6 hours on a daily basis, then obviously you should understand, as an entrepreneur, you're expected to work nothing less than 24 hours or more, because this is your business. And in the first year and second year you starting your business, you should not even expect huge capital, because this is a time for you to give more to your business. So having the mindset of, when I become an entrepreneur, I'll become a millionaire in the next 1 month, in the next 1 year, is actually going to make you fail in business. So this is one of the reasons why most business fail. The number 3 reason is having a wrong business partner. In fact, this is one of the major reasons why a lot of business fails. Because as far as it is very important for you to go into business with partnership, as far as it is very important for you to partner with somebody when going into business, it is also very important for you to understand that you must not go into business with the wrong partnership. Why? Because going into business with the wrong partner is actually going to destroy the business at the end of the day. And that's why it is very important. Most people actually feel just going into business, as far as the other person has money to finance the business, the person is good to go as your partner in business. But that is not always the case, because the person might have the money but may not have the same dream and vision as you. And if your goal is not the same goal with the person you're going in partnership with, then such a business is going to fail at the end of the day. Number 4 reason is poor capital management. You can have a whole lot of money to start a business, but that doesn't guarantee the fact that that business will succeed. Because the fact remains, even if you have so much money to establish your business, if you lack proper capital management, then that business is going to fail. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of business fails. One of the reasons is because a lot of people, because of that capital they have, they believe they can start competing with big companies that have been surviving for more than 20, 30 or 50 years, and they are doing very, very well in the market. And that's why they tell themselves, I want to be like that company. And they'll go ahead and start doing a whole lot of things, like renting a whole lot of places, just because they want that business to stand. And not just that, some even go to the length of hiring a lot of staffs in their organization just because they want to compete with a particular organization. And this is why a lot of business fail, because one way or the other, a time will come, what you are putting in, your output will be greater than your input. And if your output is more than what you're receiving back, obviously a time will come when you will not be able to manage that company anymore. And that is why you need to understand proper capital management if you don't want your business to fail. So number 5 reason is lack of good business management. You can have a whole lot of money to hire anybody you want, but if you hire somebody who doesn't have real experience on what it takes to manage a business, then that business is actually going to fail. A lot of people actually believe just hiring a graduate is what their business needs to survive. But it is not just hiring a graduate alone. If you hire a graduate who doesn't have experience on that field of business, then that business is going to fail. Because it takes a whole lot of experience for you to handle a business successfully. So having a proper good manager is very good for your business to succeed. Number 6, starting a business without adequate preparation for expansion. A lot of people actually make this mistake. Many people, when going into business, they only believe, fine, let me just do it this way now. and later I can do better. But the thing is, when that business starts growing suddenly, because they are not prepared for that growth, eventually the business crumble. Why? Because when the business grows too rapid, it affects the business management. And this is one of the reasons why a whole lot of business fails today. So when you're going into your business, you need to have proper planning for the expansion of the business. And all of those things are what will help your business to succeed. Number 7, not having a vision for your business. It is actually very important for you to understand the future plan of your business before venturing into the business at all. You must be able to know what your business will look like in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years. And all of this must be planned down even before you start the business. And that is why it is extremely important you knowing the end of your business even from the beginning. That is the only way your business can strive. And this is one of the reasons why so many people has failed in business today, because when going into that business, they only think of the now benefit. They only think of what their business will look like if they start this year and what it will look like in the next year. But they never bother imagining what it will look like in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, or in the next 20 years, where there will be so many competitors around to compete with them, and how they will be able to win the market still, even in the midst of those competitors. Number 8, wrong location. Having your business in the wrong location is actually very, very disastrous to business. Why? Imagine having your business in an environment that is not accessible to legs, or that is not accessible to cars. So definitely, what kind of customers are you expecting for that kind of business? So you need to consider your location when going into business. Many entrepreneurs are just so desperate to start a business and they ignore all of this part. They just want the business anyhow. And that is why such business eventually fails, because the location is totally wrong. Number 9, not making research on your competitors. Before going into business, it is very important for you to know the competitions you have in the business. And this is where many people actually get it wrong, because many people go into business even without minding whether there is competitors in the business or not. Imagine you want to start a dry cleaning business, and the environment you're starting the business, you already have more than 8 competitors on ground, 8 people offering the same services. If you have too many people who render the same services you're rendering, then that means you all will be struggling for a living. And that is why it is very, very important for you to understand your competitors, the number of competitors you have all around you before going into that business. And that is why if the location you want to start your business, there are a lot of competitors already in that business, it is better for you to change that location if you cannot change the business. So you need to understand the competitors you have before going into that business, so you won't end up struggling in the business. Number 10, wrong choice of business. Going into business because you believe the business is making money at the moment is actually very wrong. You cannot go into business that you have no passion for and believe you and expect to succeed in such a business. Why? Because the business is not what you love doing. When going into business, it's very important for you to understand what you actually want and what is your strength. You need to understand what you love. If the business is not something you find fun doing, then don't even go into it. Don't go into business because you feel it is making money at the moment. It might be making money, but may not be what you truly want, may not be what you wish to do. So going into business with the mentality that it's making money at the moment is actually very, very wrong. It's a very wrong choice to make when starting a business. That will be all on Business Talk today.